10 ways to prevent an affair in a relationship. The rate of cheating in relationships is rampant. Many committed relationships suffer from the phenomenon of infidelity. 50% of first marriages end in divorce, increasing in second and third marriages. Weakened relationships are the result of affairs that were discovered. There are ways to eliminate affairs from your relationship. We will explore 10 ways to prevent an affair in a relationship. Number 10. Have agreements. One of the easiest things to miss in a relationship is what is agreed upon and said in silence. Couples have different concepts of what constitutes cheating and infidelity. To one, it might be fine if they went out at night in the company of friends and flirted with people. They might see nothing wrong with dancing with strangers and giving or receiving innocent kisses. The other party might feel these extreme situations might lead to cheating. You have to sit and agree on your terms for your relationship. What flirts do you have to report? Which messages from strangers must you share? And what can you do with strangers outside? All these will become your agreement, and you will both uphold it. The honesty that agreements encourage without judgment and embarrassment makes cheating difficult. Number 9. Limit opportunities. The driving force for all infidelity is the opportunity to see the idea through. Thinking about the affair is one thing, but getting the chance to execute involves having the chance to be away from your partner. If you have independent circles that do not mix, you can limit that and extend the energy back into each other. Traveling with colleagues on trips, late night drinking alone, having excuses to drive across the country to visit friends alone is not healthy for infidelity prevention. You have to make your plans together as a couple and always have an intersection that helps keep you accountable to those mixed friends. The more opportunities you get to yourself to be alone with others, the higher the risk of an affair. It might not be that you want it. It presents itself too easy for you to say no. Number 8. Have regular sexual activities. It might not seem so bad because you have sex when you want, but it gets boring for a couple. Be open and discuss sex as a pillar of your relationship. It should not be in traditional confined terms, but open for broader discussions. Introduce other tools that enhance sex and make your satisfaction complete. When you can, sign yourself up for online workshops and programs to further learn ways to improve your sexual life. There are some things that sex cannot fix, but a satisfying sex life can make many of your relationship problems cancel themselves out. Making sex a critical part of your relationship could make you grow closer and fonder and prevent the thought of anyone having an affair. Number 7. Understand your partner. When a couple is always fighting, they end up drifting apart quickly. In the world of infidelity, that is the gateway to an affair. There could be some flaws that your partner is not working on immediately. You have to accept the minor changes they make and compliment them on those. That way, they know that you appreciate their effort, and they work to do more for you. You should also explain things to them in ways that they understand you. Put yourself in their shoes and make demands of them that they can fulfill. Working in sync means that whatever needs solving will be solved. That way, you will not experience feeling burnt out or emotionally unsatisfied to crave it from elsewhere. Making a mental note to understand your partner could mean a lot in preventing an affair. Number 6. Start new activities together. The boredom comes with the familiarity. We will be prevented with this point. You can try to go out of your comfort zone a little and start trying out activities that make you feel young and spontaneous. You don't have to do anything that makes you uncomfortable, but does things you are not doing regularly. Have TV shows you watch together and don't miss. Have a meal time where you cook together or take turns to cook. You can hike and take trips to do things you have always wanted to do individually. These things will keep you occupied in each other's company, and you will get used to not enjoying things they are not a part of. Number 5. Constant reminder. When you live trying to prevent an affair, you need reasons. You have to be intentional about reminding yourselves why it is a good idea to have both of you together long term. It sounds easy, but being monogamous is challenging. You have to remember that when youthful vitality and youth's beauty have faded, there should be someone willing to share those moments with you. When you are old and sitting on your porch alone, whom would you instead have seated next to you? When you view it forever like that, it becomes difficult to leave it for some short-term fling that can ruin your plan. So when your brain or your friends are wondering why you don't cheat, Remind them of the bigger picture. You need to be intentional about the type of relationship you will have. It will be marred by cheating scandals or one that was loving and pure. Number 4. Occasional counseling. It seems like advice for struggling couples, but all couples need it. You should book occasional counseling sessions to discuss the positives and negatives of your relationship. That could help prevent anything from happening before you spend time in therapy trying to correct it. Even the good news you have and some of the processes you have made can be discussed in therapy for the way forward. If you are wondering about the cost, you can join online therapy sessions or group therapy for thriving couples. If it does not exist in your area, you can create one and look out for others like you to share. It is necessary not to try too hard to present a working front. If you have anything that needs airing, you should share it with the professional for guidance. Going through a couple's counseling is not a bad thing. Number 3. Avoid open jealousy. Being critical of your partner once their attention seems swayed is not the best long-term response. They will only start acting a certain way towards you to avoid getting you upset. The real thing is to find out what is positively taking their attention and then compete with that on a healthy level. You need to use your capabilities to woo your partner's attention back to you. Jealousy is an authentic human reaction, which we cannot escape from. What we can do is control it and use it for something compelling. Being angry or accusing the person only pushes them away, and that is not the type of relationship you want to have. The goal is to prevent an affair, not push them into one. Number 2. Grow your relationship. You are in love now, and it is beautiful. That love will not stay with you forever. You'll need to update it and work on the new shapes of your love together. You have to tend the love as you would a garden. All the new preferences, ideas, and principles that both of you will have should not be a reason for disagreement. You should discuss all the changing concepts you have and try to keep up with each other. Again, you can focus on taking up classes together, improving your knowledge on things you stand for, and being a source of growth for each other's personality. If you leave this to chance, your relationship could get a loophole for an affair. People change, and you must be prepared to work around adapting to the changes and being a garden that develops together through tendering. Number 1. Improve communication. The crucial aspect of a relationship is how strong the communication is. When you decide to eliminate all opportunities of an affair, you have to be verbal about things. You cannot be in a relationship where some things get misconstrued and others are ignored. If your partner wants to introduce something into the relationship, regardless of how ridiculous it sounds, they should be able to tell you freely. Not having the freedom to say what they mean makes it easy to sneak around. They find solace in other people and start having an affair before long. Ensure that your communication channels are all open with love from both ends, and responses are never meant to be hurtful. A relationship with communication like that does not have a problem with affairs. Cheating does not only have an impact on adults. The children become confused and emotionally unstable. If you follow these things, you can spur your relationship away from the shackles of an affair. Some cannot function appropriately in committed relationships because they are non-monogamous by nature. However, monogamous people who decide to stay together still have temptations to fight through. What are the benefits of preventing an affair in your relationship? If you could add more preventive measures, what would you say? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments below.